back. So I know I haven't filmed a video for like a hot minute. I know it's been a while, but I could say life got in the way. But the truth is I was just very, I guess, uninspired for a while. But anyways, you know that my passion is trying out new beauty products that hit the market, and I was able to get my hands on something that everyone's gonna be wanting soon. And it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. So yeah, so I thought I would kind of do like a first impressions with you guys. First and foremost, I just wanted to say it comes out on March 3rd. So based on when I'm filming, it's this Friday. And luckily I was actually able to order the item through the Sephora app because they had kind of like a pre-order sale over the weekend. So if you were able to get your hands on that, great. If not, it will be available on March 3rd. I mean, I love Nicole Guerriero. I've been watching her for like, I'd say about 3 years now. So, you know, sometimes like our beauty vloggers come out with items that I can't really get my hands on because maybe it's only for the US or it's not sold at all in Canada because I am in Canada. So I think that was like a bonus that it was going to be sold in Canada and that she partnered up with a brand that we all know and love. So yeah, so let's get into it. So I did look inside already, but I will show you what's going on. Ooh. Yeah, so it comes with 6 colors. And I like that it has like the names on it, so you can see kind of that they have the names listed. As well, the packaging itself also has the ingredients and everything at the back, so that's really good too. So basically they come with 0.16 ounces in each pan. So for comparison purposes, I thought that the Becca highlighters would be a good comparison. So the Becca highlighters come with 0.28 ounces of product, and those are $46 each. So this is about, each pan size is about a little more than half the Becca highlighter size, and this palette retails for $52 Canadian, which I think is a steal. A few colors do speak out to me. So we have Kitty Cat over here, which is like kind of like a, I want to say like a rosy goldish type of color. There's a Forever Young in the middle. So this color is more like a pale pink color. Daydream, I think, is like kind of different. It's like an orange, it's kind of like an orangey color. Not really something that I've seen that much. Forever Lit is definitely, I'd say, maybe the star of the palette because at first glance it looks white, and it is white. Like, it is white. But the thing is that it kind of has like a hint of blue in it. I think it was a good idea that they put something different, you know, not just warm highlighters. The middle one here is called Glow Getter. That's really cute. That's a really cute pun. And it's like a, kind of want to say like a medium, kind of gold, a little bit of maybe champagne color. And then her signature basically kind of saying is 143, which she says means I love you. And it's, I'd say it's really similar to Glow Getter, but it's a little darker. Yeah. So I'd say that the only drawback of the palette is that, you know, it's in this cardboard packaging, which is very common in the cosmetics industry. It's probably not expensive to manufacture and things like that. And it does hold the product. And you do have, you know, the beautiful glisten. It is a glow kit, so I get the iridescence of it. I think the only downside though is that, you know, this empty space. I think that they could have put a mirror in it. I know it's not an eyeshadow palette, but for example, if you're traveling with this palette or just even picking it up on your dresser or getting ready on the go, I think a mirror would have been really good. So let's get started on swatching. So I think that the first one I'm going to try is Forever Lit. I find that this would probably be a really good shade for like a lighter skin tone than me, probably lighter than me. But I think I'm just interested because it does have like that bluish tint on it, and I'd want to see like what it looks like. So I'm actually going to use my fan brush, and this is from Quo Cosmetics. So let's try it. So I'm going to pick some product up. So at first glance, I am picking up some product, as you can see, and it does kind of have like a little bit of kickback. So a little bit of powdery dust is coming off, but not too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna try it on this cheek and see what it does. Wow, it's really nice actually. So I'm just gonna check in the mirror here. Yeah. Okay, so this is the color. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell on camera, which I think you can't. Like I said, my skin is dewy, but you can tell that there is highlight here. That was just honestly the smallest amount of product, so I think that's really good. But when I look in the mirror, I do see the bluish tint. So it is noticeable, it is there. Like I, in person, can tell that it is like it's white, but it reflects blue. So it is, you will get that reflect in it. If you're into that type of coloring and the reflect, you would like it. The camera is definitely just picking up kind of like a whitish kind of color. I don't know. Yeah. So it's definitely there. It's definitely bright. So I'm just gonna wipe off any product on my napkin here, and we're gonna try another color. The next shade I'm gonna try is probably Kitty Cat. I think that these three shades at the top all exhibit kind of like a pinky undertone, so I think that I'll try Kitty Cat just because it's interesting to me. And yeah, so I'll pick up some product. I'm gonna actually use my mirror to apply it instead of the camera. Ooh. Okay. So again, I put Kitty Cat on this cheek. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more because I feel like the camera is not picking it up as much as it did Forever Lit. So I'll just apply one more shade. Oh, there it is. So you can see that I am wearing the highlighter right here at the top point of my cheek. It's definitely not as bright as Forever Lit. It seems to be a little bit more subtle on camera, but it's still there. You can still tell that I do have highlight there. Definitely in person, it's like this pinky kind of icy color. I like it. It's definitely something for my skin tone, maybe like a light medium skin tone, because it's not bright. It's not like so in your face, but it still brings attention to your cheek. And it definitely melts into the skin, I would say. It looks subtle on camera, but in person, it does have like a vibrant color to it. And you kind of can't really tell where the highlight and like the blush or bronzer kind of separate. So that's really cool. So I'm liking it. I think I'm kind of really liking the product so far. So for the last one, I will be testing 143. So yeah, I'm gonna try it on my nose and on my Cupid's bow. So I'm gonna pick up some product, a little bit of product, and I'm just gonna actually, you see, this is why you need a mirror. I keep wanting to look at the package and there's no mirror. So Okay, this color actually has like a little bit of glitter in it. So I know that not a lot of people like glitter in their highlight. You know, it really depends on your preference, but in the camera you can't actually see, if you can't really see like the glitter pop up. It does give you a highlight, of course, but in person there is glitter. I can see it on my Cupid's bow as well as my nose, and unfortunately my nose is probably one place that I wouldn't want glitter to be, because I have pores and it draws more attention to the pores than help it. So I'd say that the 143 shade does have some glitter in it, glitter that you can see in person. Overall, I would say that the palette itself, if you're into highlighters, if you find yourself you know, not having any highlighters, I'd say this is a really good kind of like starter palette. But I think that it's versatile in terms of like, you know, you can use it on your lids as shadow. You don't just have to use it as highlighter, so I think that's why it's also versatile. But I think it's also like something that can be used by different skin tones. So like I said, even though Forever Lit was like a little cooler, I think that it still looks good on, that even in person it looks good. You can definitely tell that it is a white shade, that it does have a little bit of blue reflex, but I think it's cool, and I think personally I would wear that. But if you're looking for a highlighter that, you know, you do want it to kind of bring attention to your skin but not, you know, overpower the rest of your look, you can still find something in the shade range. I think Kitty Cat was probably, out of the three, maybe my favorite. I think that it blended in really well with my skin tone, and that it does give like that hint of rose gold, but there was no glitter. So that was a good thing. I don't mind glitter in my highlight. I mean, sometimes I want to be glittery all day. Sometimes I want to be matte. You know, that's the best thing about makeup, that you can really choose what you're going to look like for the day, right? And so yeah, so I think that the palette itself is worth it. I think the price is really good, $52. You know, I think this shade is really good for really light skin tones, and that the rest of the shades can also be used for a lighter skin tone, but you know, you can use it in different ways. You can use it as a blush topper, you can use it as eyeshadow. You know, the possibilities are kind of endless there. But that also darker skin tone can find their shade as well. I think that Daydream would look really good on a darker skin tone. It's definitely the darkest out of all of them. I'd say Glow Getter would be really good for a dark skin tone. So again, I think that this palette's versatile in that sense, and that sometimes, you know, companies don't cater to that. Like I said, Anastasia does have another glow kit, the Ultimate Glow, and that one's really bronzy, and I think that a lighter skin tone wouldn't really find a shade in that one. That one also retails for $59 actually, so I think you're also getting a better deal with this. Yeah, so I think overall the palette is worth it, that you do get a good deal for it, you do get value, and I think the honorable mention here is basically the fact that I honestly didn't pick up that much product, and it still gave me a really good highlight. Like, you can still see Forever Lit over here, Kitty Cat over here, as well as 143. So, you know, I think that's a bonus. Yeah, so definitely I'm gonna really try and upload more videos and maybe review some new products that I have. And I'm really sorry for the lack of videos I've produced this year, but thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.